We are in the middle of Advent, which means it's the middle of Christmas time. Or is it the holidays? What about Christmastide? Why so many names? Let's find out. Hello and welcome back to A Moment with TSI, the podcast created for you to get the language exposure you need to improve your skills. I'm Carlos, your host, and in this episode I bring you the topic about the many different names we have during these holidays and why they are confusing. Let me start by pointing out that Christmas time is exactly the same as the holidays, and some people just say Christmas. Now, why the holidays in plural? Isn't it just one day? Well, the truth is that it isn't. There are many days that we celebrate during this time. Let's start by speaking about Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve refers to the 24th of December, and the word Eve makes reference to the preceding day of another celebration. In this case, Christmas Day. Something similar happens with New Year's Eve. We have New Year's Eve on the 31st of December, which means that is the preceding day to New Year, or sometimes called New Year's Day. Now, Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve use this word that makes reference to the preceding day of another important celebration because Christmas Day is usually considered the most important day of Christmas. For Catholic people, it makes reference to the day when Jesus was born, and for other cultures, it makes reference to the day that Santa arrives with the presents for the children. Therefore, Christmas Eve makes reference to that moment when we are waiting for the next day to arrive. Now, the same happens for New Year's Eve. It is the day when we are waiting for the new year to arrive. Moving forward, I want to ask you this question. Are these the only holidays that we celebrate during Christmas time? If you said no, you are correct, because we also have a very interesting celebration which is called Boxing Day. Now, what is Boxing Day? First, it has nothing to do with a sport where two men or two women fight each other. In this case, Boxing Day makes reference to the box that is used to give a present, because its origins go back to the Victorian time when the rich were used to prepare boxes with presents to give to the poor. It is also known that the servants were given this day as a day off, and they also had the opportunity to prepare boxes with presents for their family. Therefore, Boxing Day is associated with charity, because charity means to provide or to give something to the one that is in need, the one that doesn't have much, or just the poor. Boxing Day is celebrated on the 26th of December, so it is the day after Christmas Day, which is also related to the beginning of Christmastide, or what in Catholic terms was considered to be the real Christmas time. However, this changed because the economic appeal that this time had when people started going directly to the malls to buy and shop presents for their families and for the poor for the Boxing Day. All those stores where people bought their gifts decided to start what they call the Christmas time, or shopping time in this case, from the beginning of December, and was now associated to Advent, which is why nowadays Advent is associated with the calendar and giving presents during the first 24 days of Christmas. If you want to learn more about Advent and my opinion, why this shouldn't be the meaning of Advent, you should listen to the previous episode. I'm going to drop a link in the description so you can go and listen to it. Now, continuing with the holidays, it is important to highlight that they don't end with New Year's. For example, in Spanish culture, there is a very important date which is celebrated in January, which is the Day of the Three Kings, celebrated on January the 6th. Of course, we can continue speaking about the holidays during this time because we have the Jewish celebrating Hanukkah, etc., etc. But now you know better why Christmas time is also called the holidays. It makes reference to all the holidays that we celebrate or the festivals that we celebrate during this period of time. Well, there you have it. The most important holidays during this time are Christmas Eve, the preceding day to Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, the preceding day of New Year, and Boxing Day. And of course, if you are here in Spain, like me, you cannot forget the Three Kings Day on January the 6th. Now, if I'm missing any detail or any holidays, please use the comment or the question section and share them with me. Thank you very much for joining me during this episode, and remember that I bring you a new episode every week. Goodbye and until the next one.